Hi, I'm Mary Kurek, and welcome to Dreamers Showcase. We're here at the gorgeous waterfront in Morehead City, right here at the North Carolina Welcome Center. And, you know, we deal with dreamers, and we've got one on the show today, and you're going to be really pleased and surprised because she is going to knock your socks off. We have Angela Baker here with us, who's just cut a video that you may have seen if you've been watching Channel 10, and we're going to give you a little spotlight of it here and there. We're going to let her sing maybe a little bit if we can coax her into singing a little bit for us. And we're going to find out how she did it because she's got a great story. So gather up to the TV set here, and we're going to leave you with a little bit of her video as we go to break, and then we're going to come back and talk to Miss Angela Baker. So join us if you will.
My teardrops will start, but can't wash away the hurt in my heart.
Hi, we're back, and hopefully you enjoyed that nice little clip of the video that that our Angela Baker here has done. And Angela, this is exciting.
Yeah,
yes, you get to live the dream of so many people out there. Tell us how this happened.
We've had so much fun doing this, and you know, to get signed with Platinum Plus Records out of Nashville to promote this product has been a dream come true. It has been real.
Well, we were talking about this story. This is phenomenal. Y'all got to listen to this. Tell everyone who you got the magic phone call from, how this worked out.
I guess this fellow I'm getting ready to tell you about he's a legend in his own right. It's Wally Fowler from Nashville. A lot of people might remember him from the Grand Ole Opry. He started the all-night gospel sings, and he originated the Oak Ridge Boys, discovered Patsy Cline, Hank Williams Sr. He gave him a chance to get on the Opry that night. He got up there and got so famous and got in the record label. And Wally had allowed him to come in on a backstage pass. He discovered Patsy Cline and got her an audition with WSM Radio. And
oh, this is not small stuff.
No,
you went big right at the, when you get a phone call, you get it from like the man, right?
I do it all the way, girl. We, you know, I got real fortunate to work with Wally and to concert on his tours. And
now, when you first met him, though, he discovered you where? At a talent show?
He discovered me. I went down for a talent search, like you know, you'll hear on a lot of these gospel concerts. There'll be talent contests they'll run, and just so happened it was one of Wally Fowler's gospel concerts, and I went down to do a talent search to sing a gospel tune, because I was at that time just singing in churches and just singing for fun.
Yeah.
And I went down and had some fun, and I sang a song called He Grew the Tree, you know, and after that, Wally came backstage and said, you know, I love the way you did that, and you need to start singing some variety music. You are just phenomenal. I love that. So I did. I went home and I practiced in my bathroom, closed myself off everywhere I could find, and practiced Patsy Cline and anything I could find, you know, and just started singing, and got really active with singing a lot of different material, and that's how it came about.
Well, you actually formed a relationship with him that lasted for the latter part of his life here. Tell us a little bit about that, because you got close to his wife too. Right?
I really did. After all that practicing, finally the phone rang one day, and it happened to be Wally's office out of Nashville. And they said, you know, we're having a concert down in Oxford, North Carolina. Why don't you join us and come on and sing as a guest? And I thought, oh my gosh, I would love to do that.
Big phone call.
So I headed down to Oxford, and my husband and I went down and got up, and ironically enough, my husband says, Mr. Fowler, would you mind if Angela did a sound check? The auditorium was empty, there was nobody there, with a Patsy Cline tune. Wally says, yeah, go ahead. He was the man, just didn't have time to mess with that, but you know. So I went out on the stage, and there was, like I said, nobody in the auditorium at that time. And I broke out with Sweet Dreams.
Oh.
And when I did, here come the most people in the auditorium from all sides. Huge auditorium. His wife come running up the aisle, Wally, 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 and holding her hand up. I thought, oh, dear Lord. Here he come running from behind the curtain, and ran over to the speaker and put his ear up to the speaker, and I thought, oh no, I have sang a country song at a gospel concert. What have I done? My first chance.
It's a good marriage.
I'm going to be fired right out of here, you know? It just so happened he liked the way it was done. And he said, keep on singing, keep on. And I thought, all right, okay, I'm going to do this, you know.
Yeah, the beauty of this story is
weird.
you didn't know.
I did not know he discovered Patsy Cline.
Oh.
And if I'd have known that, I probably wouldn't have used that song, you know. I probably would have picked something else
Naivete, it worked in your favor there.
But he loved it, and he'd come over, he said, come on, we got to talk business. Now, I got some demos I want you to do for me. Oh, dear, you talk about scared to death. I thought, well, okay, that was my break. And after that, he kept close contact with my husband and I, and come down and worked with me. As a matter of fact, he died on June the 4th of '94 from a drowning accident that he was involved in Nashville fishing. Because he used to come down here to the Crystal Coast. As a matter of fact, we drove him right out here to the Welcome Center, and you know, we'd sit out here and look at the water, and he'd fish with my husband and I, and
just a normal, everyday guy.
The Crystal Coast. He loved it here, and came down and stayed with us many times. And we worked and we woodshedded, what we call woodshedding. Yeah. Those songs that he did for he wrote for Patsy Cline, but she never had the opportunity.
What
to
an honor to be able to sing songs that were written for this great lady, and and the man who discovered you is
the stories he could tell about the Grand Ole Opry and the 20
bet.
years that he spent on it, you know, and the things he did.
Well, what an honor just to even have met this person, much less get a chance to work with him. But at the point that he passed away, you know, you said his wife had come down and spent some time with you and worked on the songs, and now that kind of brought you up to where you are now, so kind of give us a little bit of background on that.
His wife, Judy, who he was married to for a right long time, like 23 years, came down and worked with me for about 6 months. We stayed, you know, she stayed on the living down here with us, and we worked and I did a few demos on Wally songs. I finally got the heart up to do them, and it just so happened that The Hurt in My Heart was a demo. Yeah. So I sent it to a very, very nice man in Nashville, Tennessee, named Billy Deaton, who Wally had contacted about me prior to dying. And he said, gosh, he got right back with us. He said, I love this song. I love it. Get me the dat to it now. I want to put this on our record label and start promoting it to all the radio stations in America. I thought, oh my goodness, this could not be any better. Because up until that time, we didn't really have anybody that I knew to turn to. I met a lot of people through Wally and, you know, different things. And I did one time receive a call from Chet Atkins.
Touch you. Oh my gosh.
That was a shocker too. That's a whole other television show.
Oh gosh.
But we really, you know, he was very encouraging, and he said if Wally was working with me that be careful what I dreamed of. This was his very words. Be careful what you dream. It just might come true. That was the very thing he said. And ironically, here we are on the showcase.
What words to live by. I'd like for us to exit out this segment. Before we come back, give us a little a cappella of your favorite Patsy, and then we're going to fade out and come back and talk some more. Okay?
Sweet dreams of you every night I go through. Why can't I forget you and start my life anew instead of having sweet dreams about you?
Welcome back. Now that you've had time to go get the tissue and wipe the tears from your eyes from listening to our Patsy here, our reincarnated Patsy Cline.
Hello with that.
Oh, and it was wonderful. And we're going to give you another little peek at the clip of the video that we have for you. Let's talk about where you are now. You've just finished the video.
Yes.
Okay, and it's starting to run. By the way, you can get a glimpse of it on Channel 10 if you're looking through on the weekend. This past weekend I saw it, and you'll get a chance to see it in its entirety. Where does it go from here?
Well, we have, like I said, the Platinum Plus record label that we're on is like promoting the record throughout the radio stations throughout America. Right now it's on all the monitoring stations. And the video is like a back up to present to all of our local stations and throughout the whole state, which it is playing on some other,
Let's tell them the name of it, because
other television stations in the state. It's like I believe every day it's shown them, up in New Bern, in the New Bern area. We get good results up in Raleigh. We're hearing that it's all around there, and I'm hoping that we soon can be doing some work in the western part of the state with it. As I've been spending a lot of time in the studio working on our next projects. So that's where we stand right now with all of that, and we're just praying that these monitoring stations will keep playing The Hurt, and that we'll get to hear it locally soon, maybe possibly.
Well, we can still hear it on Channel 10 when we clue in. But
I love you, thank you.
It is called The Hurt, and it's you got it on CD. No,
yes, I do. I have it on CD, and if anybody would like to get a copy of The Hurt or a copy of the video, Mary, they can contact us at our booking office.
Okay.
And I'll give you the number for that. It's area code 919-728-1352.
Okay. And we're going to put that up on the screen for you so that you can have a chance to jot it down. And we know that you're going to be rich and famous, and they're going to be in every store here so that we can all pick it up. What do you hope for the future now that this is one step up, boy? I mean, it's a big one, and it's I know it's got to be scary. So how do you live day to day, and what are you hoping for in the future?
I pray a lot.
A true dreamer.
I really pray a lot. It's we're still in the area here. We're home taking care of the girls, and I have two precious children there, and my husband is just gracious. We're doing a lot of traveling back and forth, and I probably will be going to Nashville here in the next month or so to present this other product that they have decided they're going to also put on their label. Which is one that Eddie Arnold did way back in the 60s, I believe it was. It was called That's How Much I Love You, Baby. And Wally wrote that song and gave me the rights to do it when he was here, along with all the rest of the stuff he had. And so I'm working on that. Another one is called Mommy, Please Stay Home With Me, about an abused child. I'm going to be doing that. And, the record label is just wanting to pick this material up and help me with promotion. Billy Deaton has been a fantastic, terrific person to work with. He and his staff there in Nashville are just outstanding. And
how does this let you have time for appearances and performances that I know that you're doing in the area for sure?
That's right. Well, we do have an appearance this coming weekend. As a matter of fact, I'm doing the Summer Winds Condominiums over on Atlantic Beach. When I'm here in the area, I'm trying to do everything I can festival-wise, meeting all of the things I can be a part of, and I'd love to be a part of all the festivals and things that are taking place in this county. I always want to support home,
Home,
And we will be, I'm sure, performing in your future festivals. And gosh, I'm just trying to keep up day to day, between the studio and between the promotion and part of it, and then of course trying to do what I can here at home and be out there on the road traveling too, trying to play in these other cities. It's quite a job.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so. Well, for those of us who are either on the path, or for some of us who've gotten more on the path, actually got your feet going on it, what kind of advice would you have for somebody else who's out there maybe looking at following in your footsteps?
Well, I will say, a dream is something that you should try to live every day. This is something I never dreamed I'd be doing. And it's something I guess anybody would love to do something this exciting. And I say if you dream it, try to do it, you know, go for it. Dreams are made of to be lived, you know, and try to live them, and try to live each day as full as possible, because you never know, they can be so short. And good Lord, I know, you know, from my experience through my past and the things I've been through with the agoraphobia and the anxiety and the panic attacks that I struggled through, you know, through that I started doing music for therapy, never dreaming that it would grow this big, and it has. It's just been an
never know the plan, do you?
It has been, it's been, you know, a rock, and the Lord's been a rock, and I just say, you know, if you dream it, gosh, try to get out there and do it. You only have one life to live. Sound like a soap opera now, huh? But you know, dreams are made to
go out there and do it.
Try to do it.
Yeah. You know, more specifically, Monty was telling me a little bit about how to do the video, and Monty's our wonderful person who's out here making this happen today for us. But it's a lot to do to try to put together a video on your own, isn't it? I mean, when you're talking about marketing yourself, I mean, give them a few of the real facts and figures about how you do what you do.
You got to go through. First, you got to get copyrights. You know, you got to do copywriting. You got to work on scripts. You got to, especially if you're going to do it yourself, which is what we've tried to do. We've tried to self-promote because it costs so much money in the business. Yeah. It's just like we were quoted a huge price to try to do this one song in Nashville, you know, and then it was outrageous. So I was lucky enough that I did do a local demo, and it got accepted to a record label. And you know, that is major within itself to be that lucky, I guess you could say, or just have that. We just had the product that they were looking for. We, you know, if you're going to do anything like this, I say be ready to be tired. we changed so many outfits, and we tried this and we tried that, and we didn't know. This was our first video, where it was going to go and what was going to happen with it, and
it's a live and learn thing, isn't it?
It is, and so we have taken it and we just thrown all kinds of things in it, all kinds of, you know, scenes, things that we could think of, and Billy Deaton was on his end down there in Nashville and looking at it and encouraged me to, you know, keep on doing it, and it would definitely be a good showcase for all of our local shows and promotions that we're going to be trying to do.
Well, now that you've done it once, would you do it this way again?
I would. You know, we have had such a good time.
They never said dreams were easy, guys, by the way.
We have. Well, it's been a lot of work. I will never forget the day we were at Fort Macon. We locked the car. We had all of this stuff in the car. And it was about 95 degrees out there in the heat. You've never seen anything like this. And I'm out there, I grabbed some outfits and went to the bathroom, was trying to change clothes. A lot of people around too. And they're like, what in the world are these crazy people doing? But, you know, between that and stopping and explaining to everybody what we were trying to do, then I had to go back to the car to get another outfit because we decided we're going to do another scene. Well, we locked the car keys in, everything in the car, and we had to break the window out of the car to get in. Between that, all the bloopers we had.
The stories.
Fell down on the floor one time while we were doing the drunk scene with my husband there. He accidentally pushed me a little bit too hard. My leg caught the side of the couch and boom.
Boom, there you go.
In the floor. We're going to throw a bloopers tape together too, which I think is going to be
Well, can we showcase that on?
Yes, you can.
We'll get a hold of that.
Lots of laughs through that one. But it was a lot of fun, and I would do it again.
So the next product,
another one.
I was going to say.
On that right now. We're preparing a script for our next couple of well, they're not going to be demos. They're going to be record products that are going to be promoted.
Do you have any clue where this is going to go? I mean, if you had to give your wildest fantasy, you know, a little vacation here, where would it go?
Well, it's going out west. I hear it's playing out there a lot.
All right, where would you go?
I'm going to head out there too, I think. Well, we had a call from Canada.
Okay.
And a booking agent out there had called the promo kit that Billy Deaton had sent to him, was excited about it, and so he knew who Wally was, and he was interested in the fact that I was his last artist working with him on that stuff, and he wanted to have a lot more information. So we sent it to him, and Lord, we could be, there's no telling where, you know.
You never know.
You never know. Keep waiting for those phone calls and things. And
so you just, yeah, on standby, and the first magic phone call leads to more.
We pray
So-
the monitoring stations, if they keep playing, you know, and they are getting requests, and they are playing. That's major within itself to get any airplay on
That's
an
fabulous.
independent label. Right now, today, as hard as the independent industry is, but we have had reports that it is playing around Lebanon, Tennessee, and several places around Nashville, Raleigh area. I do believe our local stations will hopefully eventually.
Well, we're gonna make them do that. Request the hurt. Request the hurt. And then, and we'll put the, you know, you've seen the phone number and the address of the booking agency, so you can actually get copies if you want, and we encourage you to do that. And we're going to make this happen. We're going to have them request the song, The Hurt. So call into all your favorite radio stations and let them, you know, if they don't know about it, then you can help them find out about it.
I would appreciate anybody calling into the radio stations. That the more you request, maybe we can get it locally played. Because, like I said, it is going through the monitoring process. And until it's in the billboards or until these stations that are around here locally, they're actually run from other bases, you know, in other states. And until they, you know, it hits the charts or anything, they sometimes won't play the song. But if you would request, it would help. You know, it would really help.
Well, and there's other ways that they can find out about you and the song?
Through the internet. I have a web page, and they can contact us on the number on the screen, and
we'll put it up for you.
We will certainly love for you to visit our site there, and it's out of Charlotte.
Great.
A lot of people are very, very.
Well, we're going to watch you. We're going to keep up with you because you're a star on the rise, and we like to see them. And just like I told her during break, don't forget the little people, okay? So we want her bloopers, and we want to see her locally. You can meet her in person, because you're going to get to see her around town. But we wish you the best. You obviously have the best of everything right now going for you. You've got the great songs, and you know, Wally to have mentored you, and Mr. Deaton here to you know, who has his hands and has had his hands on so many other people's lives who've gone big, and you mentioned one.
Managed Fair and Young.
Fair and Young,
Right. He managed him the majority of his career. He's very, very. I, you know, tell Billy and them thank you for just allowing
very
him to
talented.
be a part.
Yeah.
I love them. I love they're great people.
Well, we know you're going places, girl, and we're going to be watching. So thank you for joining us, and I'm sure that you've appreciated getting a chance to meet Angela. Watch for her video on Channel 10. We're going to give you a little piece of it as we go out. We'll see you next month on Dreamers Showcase.
Thank you.
My teardrops will start